What up, guys? It's your boy Matt from RamseyVoice.com, and this is how to sing better for guys. And I'm super excited about this video because the truth is that there are some very, very big differences in the way that guys and girls' voices behave when they're training in how to sing better. Now, the truth is that everyone's vocal journey is different, and there's going to be a lot of generalizing in this video. Now, you're going to learn three huge things in our lesson together today. Number one, you're going to learn exactly what makes guys' voices different in terms of vocal training. Number two, you're going to learn the three most common mistakes that guys make when they're trying to learn how to sing better. And number three, you're going to get 5 amazing vocal exercises specifically for guys to learn how to sing better. It's all right here. Let's get started. Now, before we jump in, if you guys find this video helpful, make sure that you smash that like button, comment with the next kind of video that you want to see me do, and subscribe and turn on notifications for this channel. Or if you're a guy that wants to learn how to sing better, just check out my complete singing course, Master Your Voice. Just click the button to get on the wait list. I mentioned earlier that everybody's vocal journey is different. So if I'm overgeneralizing in this video, it's totally true, I'm totally guilty, but this is just what I've seen from working with tons and tons of male and both female singers, and just some of the things that I notice that guys tend to struggle with the most. Now, the first and biggest difference with a guy's voice versus a woman's voice is actually the size of the vocal instrument itself. I mean, guys have bigger vocal cords in general. They're slightly larger. We also have larger thyroid cartilage or larger larynxes, larger voice boxes, and we also have a larger vocal tract. We have a larger throat. There's a bigger difference or a bigger distance between the vocal cords themselves and our lips. As a result, guys' voices tend to be deeper, they tend to be lower, and they tend to be a bit heavier and stronger sounding than many women's voices because they have smaller instruments than we do. Unfortunately, that also means that most guys will really struggle in the transition between their chest voice and their head voice. Why? Because guys tend to have more muscle in their voice, that tends to make the changes from chest voice to head voice more pronounced, whereas women in general tend to have a little bit of an easier time with that. But isn't that just because women are better singers than guys? Actually, there's nothing to suggest that women in general are better singers than men. However, because of the amount that men spend speaking in the bottom part of their voice, in what we call the chest voice, we're just a lot more comfortable there. Whereas women tend to speak a lot higher, and they tend to add more inflection and melody to their singing voice and speaking voice, which makes singing just a little bit feel more natural and less alien to them. As guys, we go around all day speaking in this chest voice, in this strong kind of bottom part of our vocal range, whereas women really spend a lot more time with higher inflections in their speaking voice. As guys, we also have about 2/3 of our vocal range is in the bottom part or in our chest voice, whereas women have only about 1/3 in the bottom part of their voice and 2/3 in the top, which makes things a little bit easier to transition. Now, when I'm speaking about the transition between chest voice and head voice, a lot of people are kind of curious what that means. This could be exactly where your vocal break is. It could be the place that you tend to strain a lot more. But as guys, most guys are going to start to tend to transition around a D4. So around that, but most of the time, guys are definitely going to be transitioning up into a second register around an E4. This process is known as bridging, when you're bridging between the bottom part from your chest voice up to the top part of your head voice. And this is really troublesome for a lot of guys. A lot of guys are just gonna sing that, they're gonna have that big break in the middle of their voice because they start off so strong down here to a very light sound at the top. Now, I told you earlier that I was going to tell you the 3 most common mistakes that most men make when they sing. The first most common mistake is something that I just alluded to, which is that most men tend to muscle up or strain when they start singing up to higher notes. In other words, they'll sing, they'll just try to push their chest voice or their speaking range as high as they possibly can. Now, that's going to lead directly to mistake number 2. The second most common mistake that most guys make when they're singing up to higher notes is that they'll just disconnect to falsetto. just be really, really breathy and falsetto-y at the top. And of course, there is the potential to combine both of these and kind of have a chain reaction, which is the third most common mistake that most men have when they're singing from bottom to the top part of their voice, is that they'll muscle up until they just can't muscle up anymore, and all of a sudden their voice breaks. So that kind of looks like an ah. It's like they were pulling so hard and all of a sudden their muscle just completely let go of the weight and they disconnected into falsetto. Now, don't feel bad if you feel like you make these common singing mistakes. They happen to everyone. And as a matter of fact, they happen to a lot of women as well. Whereas most men tend to muscle up, many women will tend to back off of the tone as they start singing higher, which can be a really, really good solution. So as a matter of fact, what we find is that most guys actually need to start thinning out their voice a little bit more in order to make that transition better. So rather than ah and just muscling up, we may need instead to ah, so that you're able to make that transition better. So I'm going to give you my 5 favorite exercises for guys to improve that right now. All right, guys, my first favorite exercise to help you improve your singing voice is going to be one of the old-time favorites, which is the 1.5 lip trill. The 1.5 lip trill, in case you're not familiar, is where you just sing on a 3/4 scale like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, done. And basically, you let your lips flop together. So just take your 2 fingers, place them in the middle of your cheeks, and just let your lips flop like. And the next step is that you'll sing that on the 1.5 scale. Now you can rewind, pause, rewind as many times as you want until you feel like you've got this scale comfortable. But basically, we're just going to sing on a lip trill on that 1.5 scale like this. Now, why am I giving this vocal exercise? Because the lip trill is really, really good at helping the voice thin out as you go from the bottom to the top part of your voice. In other words, it's really easy to, or really difficult to just pull up your voice. Now, it definitely happens, so look out for it, but it's definitely a lot easier with this lip trill. Guys, we'll get started down here on this B flat too. Let's do 2 more. So I took you up to an A4 there, which is right over your first bridge, which tends to go from an E4 to about a G4. So there you're starting in what we call your second bridge. Nice job. In the next vocal exercise, I'm going to show you another one of my favorite kind of closed exercises. We call them semi-occluded because you're basically changing something in your vocal tract so that the frequencies actually bounce around more in there. In the case of the lip trill, the frequencies are hitting my lips and going back into my throat. We're going to do the same thing here, but this time we're going to do it on like you're saying the word rung. So what we're going to do is go ahead and just say rung and focus on that before you get to the g at the end of rung. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sing that on our trusty 1.5 scale, like an keep going. We're not looking for an we're looking for an So make sure that this is nasal. Keep going. One more. Great job. And as we do that exercise, just notice how easy that is to take into the top part of your voice. Again, we're trying to get rid of all the excess baggage. We're trying to get rid of all the extra weight that's in your voice. Instead, we're just allow the so just allow those top notes. Great job. Now, in the third exercise, I'm gonna show you one of my absolute favorites, starting to be more open mouth exercises versus the lip trill or the where I'm basically singing into a different part of my vocal tract. Instead, we're gonna open our mouths and sing like we're singing a real song. In this case, we're gonna sing a kind of yawny gee gee gee. So just kind of pretend that you're yawning. Oh, gee 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 gee. You'll feel that your larynx is a little bit lower, and we're just gonna sing that on the octave and a half. So it's gonna be kind of like a gee 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 gee. Gee 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 gee. Notice I'm not pushing. I'm not I'm not pushing with my voice. I'm not letting it flip either. Instead, I'm just keeping it really yawny, really relaxed. And one more. Great job, guys. In our fourth exercise to learn to sing better for guys, we're gonna basically drop some of that kind of yawny sound. And instead, we're gonna go for more of a bright, brassy, really ringy kind of sound. In this case, we're gonna use kind of a witchy sound. Just pretend like you're the Wicked Witch, even though you're a guy. Pretend that you're like, nay, 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 and really go for that really bright, yeah, kind of sound. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna sing that same octave and a half scale on a bratty neigh. So we're just gonna sing that bratty neigh, like you're saying neighbor. We'll start down here, guys. Neigh, 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 neigh. Neigh, 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 neigh. Neigh, 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 neigh. Neigh, 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 neigh. One more. Neigh, 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 neigh. And notice that none of them were neigh. Didn't muscle up. I also didn't neigh flip to falsetto, and I didn't flip to falsetto because I muscled up. Neigh, 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 which happens all the time. That bratty sound is actually thinning out your vocal cords so that you're able to make it up to those top notes even better. Great job. Guys, in our final exercise for singing better for guys, I'm gonna take that exact same bratty sound that we just did, but this time, rather than singing on a neigh, we're gonna sing that on a nah, like you're saying nasty. And the reason that we're ending with this one is because this exercise, out of all the ones that we've done so far, is the most chesty. As I mentioned earlier, most guys sing with too much chest as it is already, so this is a little bit of a risk. But if you want to sing that really, really exciting kind of like, I got another confession to make, that really kind of cool belty kind of sound, then you need to start working on some more open vowel sounds anyway. So if you're into it, let's get started. We're just gonna sing that same octave and a half scale, but this time on nah, like we're saying nasty. So na 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 na. Na 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 na. Keep going. Na 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 na. I'm not pushing. No, I'm just na 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 na. I'm just kind of letting that bratty sound take it for me. Na 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 na. Last one. Na 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 na. Great job, guys. Now, I know that if you practice these exercises a little bit every day, you will be amazed at how much better it is and much easier it is for you to sing up to those high notes in your voice without just muscling up, or just singing in falsetto, or probably worse, muscling up and then breaking into falsetto. Always remember, the goal for guys is to start making up for some of this lost time. For us, most of us spend most of our time just speaking in the bottom part of our voice. In order to be really, really much better at hitting high notes in our voice, we need to start singing up there. We need to have more experience and just get a lot of hours under our belt of singing up to those higher notes in our voice, and you'll be amazed in how much better your voice sounds. Now, if you guys found this video helpful, make sure that you smash that like button, comment with the next kind of video that you want to see me do, and subscribe and turn on notifications for this channel. Or if you want to learn to hit high notes for a guy right now, check out my complete singing course, Master Your Voice. Just click the link to get on the wait list.